Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Right. For the benefit of my viewer there, who exactly is Harriet?
Well, Harriet is a day-to-day woman. Is mother. First of all, I'm a mother. I'm a woman, and I'm also a working woman. I'm a day-to-day woman. That woman that you'll find out there.
Right.
Yes, hustling for the kids. Yes.
Right. Very true. And I may ask you this: are you a modern-day woman to begin with?
I won't say a modern-day woman per se, but I will also say I'm all-round woman. Meaning that I can be a modern woman when I need to, and I can also be just a chill-out lady. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
And that brings me to you've mentioned the word a lady there.
Yes.
Is there a difference between a lady and a woman?
Well, not much, but a lady sounds sophisticated. But a woman is just a term used to describe the female gender. Yes.
Right.
But a lady sounds like someone, working class, whatnot. But I think it all goes to describe the female gender. Yes.
Right. Whichever the case, provided you're good with it.
Yes.
Right. And what do you feel the young ladies who are coming up, the young women, so to speak, they prefer the word lady to be called the word lady, and if you use the woman part of it, they will be pissed off?
Well, I don't know, but as I have told you, a woman in modern society sounds like yani inakaa kama mwanamke ambaye hafanyi kazi, like so unajua ukiitwa mwanamke inakaa kama wewe ni mtu unakaa tu kwa nyumba, like you wait for someone to, vile mwanamke wa zamani alikuwa yuko. But then a lady sounds like a woman,
right,
mwenye anafanya kazi, goes to work like labda from 8 to 5, hustles, can go out there, have a good time without even kutegemea someone to like buy her a drink or something. So like to me, I feel women today, ama ladies today wametoka katika ile ya zamani ambayo tulikuwa tunafikiriwa like your place is in the kitchen. Right now a woman anafanya kazi, anajitafutia mahitaji yake without considering a man in that picture.
Very true.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. And of course we will congratulate you, the ladies and the women out there, for that. But of course, why do you think there is that change in the dynamics that previously we used to see women sit and wait everything, and now they are going out to work? Why there is that change?
I think the change is inevitable, first of all, and change is constant. But according to this topic, kama hii topic tunazungumzia, it's because pia maisha nayo imekuwa expensive. Like right now, you can't just sit there wait for a man to go hustle. Uko nje pia hakuna.
Right.
Like the workplace imechange. No, like kitambo there was kulikuwa na mashamba, people can go out there na wapate chakula na nini, lakini right now you have to hustle hard.
Right.
Sasa salary ya mwanaume, if we talk about salary ya mwanaume haitoshi peke yake, because here you are, vitu zimekuwa expensive, you can't compare now na before. Like before probably maybe mkate ilikuwa labda 10 bob or something, hii mkate kubwa, na right now unasikia ni 50 something. So you can imagine kama na salary ni something huwa iongezeki kila wakati, so you both have to go out there muhasolie family.
Right.
So that's why kuna change, it's because pia dunia nayo ina change, na vitu zina change. Yes.
Right. The fact that most women are out there doing stuff and engaging in some bit of activities to earn a living.
Yeah.
You particularly as a woman, how do you feel when you see your fellow women wanachakarika kule nje?
Okay, I feel so proud. I mean, most of the time, ama wakati mwingi tumekuwa tukitengwa, and I feel so, so inspired, and I will also encourage a woman ama women out there, kama kuna kitu unaweza fanya ya kuleta shilingi kwa nyumba. Imagine inakupatia a sense of fulfillment, first of all, alafu second, hawezi chukua bullshit, you can't, hawezi kubali bullshit pia. Unajua you can go out there, hustle for the family, so respect is there. Unanielewa? No, like unajua zamani, like our moms, our grandmothers walikuwa like you have to nyenyekea to that man. Unanielewa? It's not bad kunyenyekea, but sometimes huyo man alikuwa anavuka step, unajua? So like right now women wako empowered, Na I would also encourage women out there, kuna positions za politics hizi, positions hizi, go out there. Yes, simama. Yes, jipime nguvu na wanaume ya.
Right. You'll be telling me what it takes to become one in the line of politics later on. But of course, coming back to the issue about modern day woman now here. First and foremost, you know, we men, we may not understand. Is it easy to be a woman?
Hey, it's not easy. That I would assure you. First of all, a woman, unajua, as much as we say we are modern day woman, like me for example, I can take my life. Ninasema I'm a modern day woman. What does it take to be a modern day woman? Remember, I'm also a mother. So in as much as nakwambia I'm a modern day woman, okay, out there I'll wear heels, I'll do what stuff, but listen, nikifika kwa nyumba kuna watu wananiita mom. They need food, wanahitaji kushughulikiwa. You see, at that moment modern kama ni modern inawekwa kando kwanza. Ufunge kwanza ile leso yako, ingie kitchen wasolie watoto, you see. So being a woman first of all ni difficult. Remember, hata mwanaume akikuja out there ako na right ya kuinua mguu awekelee juu ya meza. Na hakuna vile utamfanya. But wewe unaweza kuwa umehustle the whole day, umekuwa job maybe from 8 to 5, umepitia maybe salon, umepitia mahali ukafanya shopping, umechoka, but still ukifika kwa nyumba hakuna mtu ataangaliwa kuprepare dinner or anything, watakuangalia wewe. So you see, ni a bit difficult, ama ni difficult because wewe zamani ukichoka, ukiingia kwa nyumba yako, you'll want to rest na hakuna mtu atakuquestion. Like hata mtoto hawezi kuja kwa daddy, we want to eat. No. Atakuja, hey mom, kwani hatukuli leo? You see, so una have to wear those roles. Unanielewa? Yes.
Now, I think you've not answered my question.
Yes.
If I want to, you know, I need to get to understand what does it take to be a woman. For instance, now, you know, sisi wanaume tunaweza ona ni kitu ya kawaida to be a woman out there. But of course, what exactly does it take to be a woman, you know? So,
if I get you well, you want the steps, ama you want okay, for me I would say what it takes to be a woman is you know, I would also come back to our upbringing. Like if I get you well is like unajua kuna upbringing zingine ambazo maybe zime define our way of life. For example, like if nikisema mimi nimelelewa ushago bara western.
Wapi huko?
Western. Yes. So nimelelewa na watu like my grandmother. Hey, hata usiseme. Like my grandmother was this woman mwenye alikuwa very strong because yeye ni role model wangu. Alikuwa ni mwanamke ambaye anaenda shambani, anafanya kazi shambani, and bring up kids wake because you know my grandfather alikuwa anafanya kazi huko Mombasa. So nikiangalia my grandmother as a role model, alikuwa ananidefine mimi maisha yangu, akiniambia Harriet nikiwa mdogo, ananiambia unajua kuna wanawake, ananitajia kama Wangari Maathai. Ananiambia that is a woman mwenye ame go out there, ame fight, unajua like amepata space yake. Alikuwa ananiambia Harriet, there's nothing that can be given to you. Lazima you go out there, fight for that which you believe. Unanielewa? So ilikuwa a woman mwenye alikuwa na strong beliefs, especially kwa mambo na education, mambo na girl child, alikuwa na some strong beliefs in that. Na alikuwa anajua kuna space out there for a woman. So I would say hiyo imeni shape up life yangu. Hata nilikuwa na celebrate back then, imeni shape up. Lakini kuna wanawake ambao wamelea watoto wao katika mazingira ya kwamba you as a lady, mambo yako ni kwenda kupika jikoni. You know, mwanaume akisema you don't, okay, I agree sometimes you don't have to, you know, unakaa, unajua. So people take advantage of you also. But I would also say tukisoma pia you learn stuffs about a woman na una experience. So if I'm correct, pia life yetu ime shape up women. I don't know if I've answered your question. I'm not sure.
You've mentioned something there about parenting, and there is quite a bit of a concern right now about parenting, specifically to the girl child out there. Of course, the girl child, we're looking forward for them to transit from being girls to being ladies and women in future. Do you feel the kind of way and style that we do our parenting determines on the way we get to have these women out there?
100%. I think parenting is the most, I don't know, it's what shapes this lady, this girl to be a lady, to be a woman out there. You know, as you've said, that I think we've failed somehow. You know, we modern day woman, like you have to hustle na kufanya nini, you forget even about parenting. Remember our mom were out there, ama walikuwa nyumbani 24/7. Hata ukifukuzwa shule ulikuwa unampata pale. Like alikuwa na kuwatch. Like here is a woman anaenda kazini na ako na watoto. Remember maybe kuna girl child kwa watoto wake, needs to be watched. Sasa I believe also being a modern woman isitusaulishe. You know, I've been to these sessions za watoto ambao wamepata ujauzito wa mapema. You know, wamepoteza step out there, lakini nilikuja kurealize also parenting tumefail. In as much as unajua tunakuwa modern day woman, tunaenda kazini, tunafanya nini, tumesahau pia parenting in a way that huyu mtoto anafaa kuwa watched, anafaa kuwa, unajua kuna some things unafaa kukuwa na huyo msichana hapa kwa hapa, ukimwelekeza. So yeah, I agree. Imefanya huyu mtoto amepotea. Yeah.
Right. Now, for instance, if at all one is watching out there and she is particularly, so to speak, a modern day woman, how then can she balance between being a modern day woman and issues about parenting? How do we get along with that? Yes,
balancing is a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky. Remember, umeandikwa kazi, like ninafanya Boss TV, ninafaa kurauka hapa, you know, to make sure everything is nini. So remember hata ujue mtoto aliamka vipi, analelewa na maid. But I believe tunaweza tenga muda, like unaweza sema okay, ninafanya kazi, wacha ni make sure by 5 niko nyumbani, so that I can be able to sit down with this girl, nimfundishe mapishi, nimfundishe nini. But if we go out there, tunajigamba we are modern day women, na tumesahau pia ulezi wa watoto, we failed, because hii generation yenye inakuja itakuwa itapotea. Yeah, so to speak, because ukiangalia at the moment, okay, tunaweza sema corona, but si corona ime bring out ile parenting yetu ambayo tumefail. Unajua corona ime bring out
si kisingizio.
Well, we can't say ni kisingizio, but I think ndio ilikuwa inatakiwana ndo turudi back, tuangalie tumekosea wapi katika parenting, tumekosea wapi. Is it that hatuna enough time na watoto? Like ukitoka asubuhi wewe ukirudi ni usiku, unakula mtoto alioshwa na maid, alilala hata probably hata hakukuona. You know, kuna zile kazi zinakuwa very hectic kwa mwanamke, like you need to give it your all. Na unajua pia tukiwa out there, as for me, I've had to prove myself several times, especially in this male dominated field. I've worked as a clearing and forwarding agent, and nikikwambia at that field in male dominated, so most of the time you have to give more than 100%. So at times nilikuwa nafika nyumbani, I'm tired, you see, na ni late, and then sikuona my boys wananiuza asubuhi, mama ulilala wapi? Can you imagine? So it's something that nikaangalia nikaona no, I'm losing a lot, you know. So I had to rethink also my nini. So I believe also as a parent, your number one priority, before being a modern woman, your number one priority is parenting. Our watoto. You know, wanakutegemea wewe, you are their role model. Sasa kama hawakuoni, hawana time na wewe, how would they even know kuhusiana na mambo mengi? Unajua, like ukiwa out there you learn a lot. Like tukiongea na hawa watoto wasichana, especially when we are doing counseling, utasikia wanakuambia okay, hata mama yangu ana time na mimi. You know, like kuna some things you as a parent unafaa wewe ndio uzungumze. Unanielewa? Ukimwacha atalan out there na atalan vibaya sana. Yes.
Right. Yes. Very true. Right. And you know, we are not discussing maybe telling people not to be modern day woman, right?
100%.
But then do you feel also it's wise for once in a while to at least be modern?
100%. I believe sometimes let loose, you know, go out there, do makeup, you know, do nails, get to a place, you know, buy yourself a drink, you know, just, yeah, you and the girls, yeah, be modern at times.
Of what good is it?
Yeah, it helps in, unajua, like umekuwa na staffs ndani, ukienda, you know, out there, inakusaidia kuondoa staffs, unajua, ile umepile, unaondoa staffs and you become new.
Right.
Eh.
So you do advocate for kind of the
Yes.
there to at least go out
Yes.
and
Sometimes achia husband yako watoto kiasi, you know. Yeah, mwambie leo let me just do girl stuff, najua.
Okay.
Yes, go out there, yes. But I'm not saying that I'm not saying you go out there and
misbehave.
Yes, yes.
You
that's
just
the
do
one.
it in a more controlled way.
Moderate.
Uh-huh.
Be in moderation.
Right.
Yes.
Very true. Now, in this time and era,
Yeah.
if you were to be a woman in this time and era, I know you are one, what keeps you going as a woman?
First of all, God. I'm someone who really believe in God. That is one thing. But the second thing that really pushes me are my boys, my sons.
Right.
Najua, like I need to go out there, you know, fight for their future, you know, and make sure they have everything they need. So I believe kids. Me as a person, I'd speak about myself.
Right.
Are my kids. That is 100%. Like if I go out there, I find good stuffs, you know. Wenye nafikiria wa kwanza ni wao. You see, so I believe God and also my kids. Yeah, they push me a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
And I suppose if someone is watching you and she wants to be a modern day woman,
Yeah.
and she wants to continue maintaining that status of being a modern day woman, she's not yet married, she doesn't have kids, what do you think can make her go?
Malengo in English.
Purpose.
Purpose. I think if you have a purpose, unajua like you want to achieve something. And that is your goal post. Kama hata wale wakimbiaji, unaangalia, you know. So if you have a purpose, you have a goal, I think that will push you to achieve that.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, which are these kind of goals, you know? You know, when you're speaking about goals, are we talking about career goals, you know, family goals, or what?
Career goals, because you're already not in a umeniambia hajaolewa, hana watoto. I think career goals. You want to achieve something in life. Hakuna mtu amezaliwa mwenye hataki ku achieve something.
Right.
Yes. Okay, hata umezaliwa hapa probably unataka ku own one day Boss TV yako. Yes, I believe you have goals. Pia ladies tunakuanga na dreams, tunakuanga na aspirations, tunakuanga na goals. Unanielewa? Yes. I think kwa mimi naweza sema career goals zinaweza kufanya ukarudi classes, zinaweza kufanya uka push to the limit.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
Right. And pushing to the limit calls for resilience and hard work, as
Yes.
well as we have different traits.
Perseverance, yeah.
Right. Those are also key when it comes to making it out there as a woman.
Yes, now you have to fight for your space. Believe you me, it's not easy being a woman, especially when tunafanya kwa male dominated fields. You'll have to push it. Unajua, uta have to fight for that space. You're not given. You're not given. You'll have to prove yourself.
Right.
So it takes a lot of perseverance. It takes a lot of hard work. You know, all those you've just mentioned. Yes.
Right. And speaking about taking up your space, you don't just sit and wait for it to come. Kuna ile msemo, they even quote, you know, ladies even quote the Bible, kwamba sisi ni viumbe dhaifu. Is that a mentality that we should celebrate about?
No. Yes. No, I think God.
Yeah, I feel for some kind of way, even God was being kuleta hiyo statement iliharibu sana.
No, I think God had a reason. Sisi ni viumbe dhaifu for sure.
Udhaifu huo, you're taking that udhaifu for advantage.
To take advantage of that. No, to take advantage. Unajua sometimes, unajua some things una have pia kusema kitu kama hiyo ndo mtu afeel yes kweli na kunyanyasa. You see, sometimes your statement is really powerful na itakusaidia a lot. Because we are talking about ati ku take up your space na ku fight for your space. Sometimes you try as much as you want, you yani limit yako umefikishwa. So sometimes those statements are powerful. Zinatusaidia. Right. Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Wajua God hana mwenzake. Hiyo nitaka nikwambie. Na wewe ukifikiria wewe yani alishaona mwanzo kutoka mwisho na mwisho kutoka mwanzo. So alikuwa na reason, alikuwa na purpose why aliweka hiyo statement pale. And I think it's a powerful statement.
Right.
Yes.
And there's that idea, and I don't know if that idea is a mentality, it's a notion that is being propelled out there that the ladies feel that just because they are kind of weak, that's why most men take advantage of them, and maybe to some extent they wanawanyanyasa, they take up positions that they are supposed to take, maybe, you know. Is that a reason enough why we have this kind of talks of women being taken up to be not being welcomed, being embraced in the society, you know?
No, I think men walizoea tu, unajua pia mentality, pia nini mentality yetu ya ku grow up imetushape. Mwanaume alizoeanga, okay, amefundishwa out there mwanamke space yake ni kitchen. So what do you expect? Mwanaume akikuona tu anakuona wewe unafanana na kitchen. Sisemi ni mbaya, but I think tufike a point kwamba tuone pia, unajua God pia alisema out there a woman is your helper. Najua?
Right.
So we have to reach a point tuone wanawake ni watu ambao wanaweza take a position, wanaweza tusaidia, you know. If sometimes nikiangalia vile counties zinaraniwa na wanawake na counties zinaraniwa na wanaume, I believe mwanamke anaweza kuwa manager mzuri sana.
Do you have living example?
Wacha nijitumie mimi. Like mimi nikiwa na do, for example nimepata pesa. Nikipata hii pesa ninaangalia vitu ninaweza buy, basic needs zinahitajika.
Right.
Lakini unajua mwanaume like akienda out there akinunua nyama, ajui hiyo nyama inahitaji tomato, inahitaji nini, you know, like yeye ananunua, I would say yeye ajui ku manage resources vizuri.
Right.
Yeye hata mtoto akimwambia sijui anataka yani atanunua in excess, ajui yani like kuna kesho. Like for me I think about kesho kutwa, you see. So I try to manage the resources that we have.
Right.
I'm telling you, hata kwa biashara, if you have a business na uko na mwanamke, wacha ya manage your business yako. Yes, you can be the nini, lakini kwa resources, kwa pesa pale, finance, wacha mwanamke ya run.
Right.
Yes.
Of course. And with that example, do you feel like women have certain strengths that they do not even understand with themselves, that we do have these strengths?
Yes. I think kulingana vile tumeongea nawe nimerealize we have strength ambayo, you know, God akicreate mwanamke, unajua mimi napenda Mungu. For real. I would use example ya Mungu. Yes, I agree. So aliumba mwanaume aje, okay, kwa Biblia, wacha nitumie Biblia because that's what nimekuwa brought up as a Christian, yeah?
Right.
So Biblia aliumba mwanaume aje, alitengeneza, akapuliza vumbi. But mwanamke aliumbwa aje? You know, alitengeneza creature, alafu paka mwanaume alipoamka akasema, hey, you know, alitupatia certain strength ambazo we need to explore.
Right.
Unanielewa? So one of those strength ambayo nimekuambia saa hizi ni a manager. Mwanamke anaweza kuwa very good manager.
Right.
If you look at maybe Charity Ngilu, you can see achievements zake huwa zinatembea kwa mtandao. Okay, I've not been to county yake, but huwa namfuatilia closely. Ukiangalia Charity Ngilu vile amefanya kwa county yake, ametengeneza this. Juzi alikuwa na launch I think ni sijui ni nini plant ya sijui ya maembe ama nini. Yes, you see. So you can see a woman ni a very good manager. I wish women could explore that.
Right.
Yes.
And why do you feel they've not realized this kind of strength? Why not?
Because I believe mwanamke anafaitia certain things ambazo bado hajajielewa. Like probably anafight kukua, let's say I would take up kampuni ambayo iko pia na tuseme mdosi executive director. Labda mwanamke anang'ang'ana kukua executive director pale, but maybe angekuwa manager ama HR ama nini, maybe I think so. Yeah, I think anafaitia vitu ambazo
necessary.
Yes.
Right. Right. And if we look at the different ladies and the young girls that we are having in the country right now, specifically maybe those who are in college and they are still pursuing their careers as they transit to another level, do you feel also they do understand this kind of thing that we're talking about here, how to be yourself as a woman out there?
Yes, I believe, unajua saizi information is just at the tip of your hands. Ukichukua tu hii simu saizi, you want to find information, utapata. So I believe kwanza mwanamke wa sasa I think itakuwa very hard kumwambia wewe ni mwanamke, you know, like the other day I was speaking to someone alikuwa ametoka US, amekuja harusi huko. You see? So alikuwa anatuongelesha kuhusu mwanamke out there, US, na compare na comparison na mwanamke wa Kenya. I believe tufika wakati mahali tutafikia kama okay, I don't know, but in future. Like yeye alikuwa anatuambia mwanamke uko Amerika uwezi hata kumuonyesha kidole hivi, utakujua na polisi. Unanipata? That's how strong women wamekuwa out there. Akikwambia leo honey, I'll be late. Itabidi upike. You will cook, my friend.
In US now?
Yes, you will cook. You will cook. Change diapers. You know, 50-50. 50-50.
Now, is that wait, is that marriage or it's
No, marriage is partnership.
You know, I don't want you to spoil our ladies out there.
No, I'm not spoiling them. But I think ifika wakati we also as it is si mwanaume una hustle peke yako kwa nyumba, sio? Pia anaenda job, sio? So I think ikifika umeona amechoka, why not?
Don't you think I'll be lowering my dignity as a man?
There's nothing.
Ati bibi amechelewa kazi, so I'm in the kitchen.
It's not wrong kupikia familia yako.
Supposedly somebody comes and knocks the door. How would I even start?
Why would you worry about someone knocking you? In fact, I believe angalia machefu wangapi ni wanawake compared to men.
That's career. That's career. That's a different entity.
No, I believe chakula ya mwanaume kwanza hata ni tamu. Try pikia siku moja your lady uone. You know, I believe, okay, tusiharibu, lakini I'm praying in the future to fike that space ambayo mwanamke can take up, you know, roles, yes.
Right. And do you feel also we have kind of cultures and norms and taboos in our society that of course are derailing the efforts to make women be where they want to be?
Yes. Kwanza in fact, culture, especially wanaume mnapenda kutumianga hizo stories za culture. Culture yetu, wakikupata mwanamke uko kitchen, wakikupata sijui nini, you know, mnatumia hiyo a lot. Mnatumia culture a lot ku derail mwanamke asipate that space. Yes.
Right. That is what we are discussing this morning. Remember, that is our morning discussion. The modern day woman. Are you a woman out there? Are you an upcoming lady out there? What do you think about getting yourself to be a modern day woman? What do you think about all the traits that you are supposed to have in your basket in a bid to become that woman out there? My guest says that God created you with some kind of strengths, and so largely so is that most of you do not realize that these kind of strengths are what you have with you. And we'd like to hear from you. What do you have to say? What is your experience as a woman? What have you ever gone through that made you feel to some extent that you cast maybe to be a woman? You know, we have also different scenarios and experiences where people go through, and somebody might say, if I were a man, it would have been different. Have you gotten to such a point?
Yes, several times. Several times.
All right.
Yes.
And what did you do about it?
You know, sometimes when you accept and you decide to change. You know, I will take example ya kazi yetu, like human rights defender.
Right.
If you're out there when mwanamke you're following up a case, probably for police station, you'll feel vile unakuwa treated na this police officer. Not saying that police officers ni wabaya, but the treatment yenye mwanamke anapewa na the treatment yenye mwanaume anapewa is a bit different. Unanielewa? Like utapata polisi mwingine anakuambia wewe mwanamke siende ukapikia watoto unafuatilia mambo, you know, such a certain, mimi nimekutana na hizo staffs a lot.
Right.
Like I'm following up on a case, nimeenda kuulizia, but vile nakuwa treated. But if you send a male colleague utapata there's respect. Unanielewa? There's respect na kuna vile atatritiwa. Like you mwanamke ukionekana out there, you are outspoken, you do stuff, wanaona huyu ni malaya, you know, such stuff. So right. I've gone through that, and sometimes nikasema in my next life, please God, I want to be a man.
Right.
Yes.
Thank heaven I've never sat down and thought of myself being a woman. It can never ever happen, even in my dreams.
Okay, seriously, it's not bad.
But of course, before we even take a short break,
yes.
Does being a woman bring any kind of joy?
Yeah.
Do you have a joy of being a woman?
I believe there is. Kunayo, you know, like.
Do you feel that right now where you are, you're so proud to be a woman?
Where I am, I'm not. I would say I'm not because sijafika mali nilikuwa nataka. You see?
Right.
But iko na joys zake. Iko na joys zake, I'm telling you you should
Kibao
dream.
Sana.
Yes, you should dream. Yani wewe siku moja dream about it. And you say the next life I want to be a woman. Hey.
My producer is laughing.
It's true.
Right.
It has its ups and it's down. Lakini I believe kuna some joys there. Yes.
All right. There's quite a question here.
Wow.
If before we even talk, we take a break here. Does beauty and brain go hand in hand?
Yes.
Beauty and brain?
Yes.
I've never gotten such a scenario.
Si mimi niko hapa.
Okay.
Yes.
Time for us to take a short break. Keep your comments coming concerning the topic. We'll be coming back to discuss more about the modern day woman. Do men have a role to play in helping out the women to become modern? That is the next part we are coming to discuss. Don't go too far. Coming back to the issue about challenges now. You know, you had mentioned to me being a woman is not quite easy. It comes with a lot of things that you ought to have in person. The issues about having a strong heart, resilience, what have you. We have challenges that these modern day women face in the line of their lives, you know. What are some and how can we handle them during at which we face them?
Come again.
The challenges that modern day women can face during their lives, you know. If I'm a career woman, for example, and I'm supposed to do my career and go to do as well issues about parenting, what are some of the challenges that I'm likely to face in between the two? Right.
Okay, so between parenting and career, some of the challenges need time. I believe time is of the essence because here you have to give 100% at your work, but you also have to give 100% to your babies, you see? And probably you also have a husband,
right,
who demands 100%. So you see, you juggle between three things. You see?
Right.
So I believe one of the challenges I think a modern day woman faces is time. And the second thing I believe is that we've not reached a point where tuko na space yetu. Yani tumefika that point. Like we have our space.
Right.
Like if you walk into a room ama into this, these careers ambazo ziko male dominated, you're able to be given space. No. So I believe we still have to fight for our spaces out there. And I also believe the most important, the worst you can experience ni hizi mambo zina fatigue, unajua.
Right.
Exhaustion, like sometimes you feel like giving up. So why would I? You know, like, but I believe you have to take one step at a time, keep going. Find a balance. Find a balance.
Right.
I think that's the word. Try and find a balance. And I also believe if you have a man out there, you're married and you have a husband out there, you're talking about parenting, so there's a husband.
True.
Yes? So if you have a husband out there, I'm also talking to men, you should also assist. And there's a point unafikanga mwanamke, you feel like you just need to give up. But if you have a supportive husband out there who can help you, finding that balance and uweze kukua in those spaces, three spaces at different times. Ama akiona probably umetoka job late, let me help the kids with their homework. Ama let me do some stuff. Najua kukuassist.
Right.
Inaweza kuwa kosa.
Right. Of course, you'll be explaining to me whether if the men should up their socks in terms of also helping the women and what exactly they need to do. But of course, that's bring me to my next question on whether if these modern day women, because it's said out there that they do not make good wives. Is it true?
No,
Haven't you heard of it?
A lot, quite a lot, but it doesn't make sense.
No, in your own assessment and looking at, I know you know people, you met people,
yes.
You live with people, you know, you're the new one in Jerusalem here.
Yes.
Do modern day women make good wives? Let's start from there.
Yes, they do.
You're sure?
100%. You see?
I haven't met one.
No, you see, men wamezoea wako na ile kasumba. like huyu mwanamke kienda kazi ni kasumba. We just need to get out of that.
Si kasumba, ni vitu practical zaonekana.
No, listen. Unajua mwanaume ameumbwa, yani ako na hiyo kasumba kwamba mwanamke anafaa tu kukaa kitchen and serve, afanye nini. So kama umeji kungota hivi ukatoka uko na kibarua yako mahali nile, basi huyu ameshashindwa na majukumu yake.
Don't you see, you've mentioned about find a balance. Don't you see most of them find it hard to have the balance? That means that it's difficult to be a modern day woman and at the same time be a good wife.
It's because the men out there hawataki yani wanataka ushindwe so that you come back. Unanielewa? But if you have a supportive, remember, unajua like tunaangalia marriages ambazo zimefail. Na if we look at it from that point, tuangalie modern day woman na pia our parents kuna wale ambao walifail katika marriages zao. Not because they were modern.
But the probability and chances of
no, because walizoea take you know, because
to swallow a lot. Yes. So nowadays you're saying that it's difficult for people to swallow a lot.
No, it's not difficult. It's that mwanamke wa sasa amesoma, ako na career, umenielewa? Amefunguka mawazo. So uwezi kumtreat kama ule wa kitambo alikuwa amezoea.
Ndio nakuuliza, hao wa kufunguka mawazo, yes, hao wa kusoma, do they make good wives?
They do if they get supportive husband. Unanielewa? Sasa wewe mwanaume wataka tu basi akae tu pale uje umpate. Hapana, you both are working. Si ndio?
How does it feel to have two managers in a house?
It's not two managers, it's just way to pia. Unajua shida ni kwa mnataka compete. Unanielewa? But wewe ukijua I'm the head, you don't have to compete with her. Unanielewa? Thing is mnafika pale mnaanza tena kucompete.
Okay.
Pia okay, au also unajua natetea wanawake. I'm here kutetea wanawake. So usiniweke kwa sport ya kwamba niseme wanawake tumefail. We've not. We've not. Kuna vile ukifika tu kwa nyumba, that role of a mother, a wife, it's natural. It just comes back. Ukifika tu tayari hata kama ni wigi lako ushalibwaga pale tayari ushajifunga leso umeingia kitchen. It's natural.
Right.
Yes. But if ukifika pale haya umechelewa na dakika 5 ulikuwa pimiwa na huyo dakika 5 uchelewa labda hata ni matatu ama nini, shakwa malaya ushaanza tayari. Hakuna mali mtaenda.
Right.
So it goes both ways. Kama mwanaume anaweza kukusupport, unanielewa? Anaweza kusupport, okay, leo nitachelewa dakika 5. Okay, let me take up the kids ama ni make sure nini. But basi vijana ndio take advantage.
Right. That brings me to another question. Mimi najua nazungumzia vitu ambavyo navisikia na kuviona.
Okay.
Do modern day women kalia mabwana zao? Ile story ya kukaliwa. Like for instance now you're telling me akichelewa I should go take the kids from school. I meet my friend and ulize umeanza kukaliwa hivi umeanza
You see, you still back. Unajua bado uko katika stone age era. Umeelewa? Stone age era. You see, it takes a lot. Kwa sasa we are still bado tujafika pale that hiyo space ya kwamba you as a wewe unaweza change diaper ya mtoto wako. Unaweza?
Me now.
Najua you're not married but picture yourself. Okay, mtoto wako unaweza change diaper.
What makes me think I'm not married? Because my director is laughing on my ears.
Okay. So can you do that?
I can, why not?
You can,
right.
Na nini kuzuia basi usimsaidie homework, probably hata usimpikie mtoto.
But you know it depends with the
mtoto ni wa mama ama ni wetu.
I understand your point that it's not 100% kwamba mtoto ni wa mama.
Yes.
Lakini it should not be a routine to some extent that career woman of mine, she focuses much on other very, you know.
What is that? Very
minor things.
Like which minor?
The career thing you're talking about here, between career and parenting, which one should come first?
So what would you prefer? Would you prefer mtu mwenye mnagawana hizi vitu 50-50? Like for example kama mimi nafanya kazi na mimi pia nafanya kazi. I would want to help katika expenses za nyumba. Kama nasema okay mimi I'll pay rent na nini. Okay, basi wacha hii yangu ninunue chakula alafu kidogo we save.
Right.
Would you want that other than ama utataka mtu mwenye okay ukikuta yuko home anakupikia anafanya so wewe you hustle alone. Whether unajua you never know kesho unaweza patikaniwa na jambo. Tuseme tuseme upatikane na jambo, for example upate ugonjwa ama upate ajali,
right.
So hii family haita move forward,
lazima i move,
unanielewa? So I believe, okay, mimi huambia wanawake out there, find something, do something. Unajua it's not guaranteed kwamba huyu husband wako atenda kazi na arudi, unanielewa? At least find something in case of anything. Unajua huwezi jua, in case of anything unakuwa na kitu inaweza kukusaidia.
Bila shaka.
Sometimes hiyo ndo ina strain families. Like umeenda job, unajua saizi na corona wengi wanafutwa kazi. If a woman anakuwa na biashara yake pale, hata kama ni ya kiosk, at least the family ta keep going.
Right. Yeah. But of course also we do have our parents wenye wako na miaka na utasikia mtu anakuambia kabisa, make sure when you're choosing somebody to get engaged to, make sure you look at very serious issues. For instance, now usitafute msichana mwenye amesoma sana atakusumbua.
Seriously?
Don't you think atasumbua? Wazazi wetu they have experience with this stuff. Wajua wakizungumza hivyo akona uzito kivyake.
But remember hao pia wameishi katika ile age ambayo walikuwa wanaenda shambani, kuna mandizi, kuna nini, kulikuwa na plenty. Like mimi growing up, honestly sikuwahi sikia ati siku tulikuwa na njaa.
Right.
Tukienda shamba kulikuwa na mandizi. Unanielewa? Kuna miti ya mapera, kuna miwa you mentioned earlier. Kuna mahindi iko kwa store ya kwenda kusaga. So we only needed pesa ya mboga. You see? So it's different. Saizi it's different. Saizi unanunua kila kitu.
Right.
My friend, kila kitu. So okay, ukitaka unajua mimi natetea mwanamke.
Right. Ni vizuri kutetea mwanamke, I get your point.
I believe also kuna mahali, okay, women we also need to kufanya things in moderation.
Right.
Like if you needed you balance. Unajua being a parent, ukiona hauwezi, I believe also it's a discussion. It's a discussion that can still go on. But I believe we can. Yes. Kama mimi naweza, I can balance.
Right.
Okay, kuna wakati nafika probably unakuwa overwhelmed. Yes.
But you manage to balance.
You balance. You try.
Right.
Yes.
Very true.
It's not easy. We don't say it's magic, kama ni kitu utaamka one day uone you're able to balance between this and this. Okay, unajua there's a time nilijaribu pia kuwa ninakaa nyumbani naletewa. You know, it's hard.
Nikakushinda?
Ilishinda because unajua it's not even enough. It's not even enough. So nikienda out there I can be able also to kuangalia. Unajua like mwanaume akikuja, mimi nishaikuwa shule, nilikuwa na rafiki yangu, akiona baba yake ndio anamvisit atalia the whole day because baba yake atakuja na gazeti. Unanielewa?
Right.
Gazeti. Lakini mama akikuja amekuja na chapo, amekuja na nini, amekuja. Unajua za woman.
My mom used to bring me KDF.
Your mom, na dad? Dad anakuja na gazeti, amesimama straight. Yeah, it's true.
Right.
So I believe mwanamke akikuwa huko anaangalia nyumba, labda inahitaji bed sheet, inahitaji nini, anaweza kuwa hana lot ama kama wewe, lakini at least kuna vile anaweza kucompliment
and do something. Right. Now let's come to the aspect of being submissive, of which is quite written in the Bible. I'm also a Christian. I go to church every single Sunday.
Yes.
I read the Bible. I don't know it's in which book, but my producer will have to look at it later on. They say that women should be, wives particularly, should be submissive to their husbands. Can these modern day women be submissive to their husbands?
Please, your statement nataka uisome in totality. Imesema women be submissive, lakini imepatia pia husband masharti pale.
Tukianza na hiyo point ya kwanza kabla tunde.
No. We'll start where that hiyo verse inasema. A men should love their wives.
True.
Just as Christ loved the church. Mwanzo you should love. Anpata. If you love me enough, it's not hard for me to submit.
Even though you are modern or not?
Yes, it's not hard for me to submit. What is submission? Being submissive. Ama nyinyi now I know.
No. Look.
No, I know. Okay, mnafikiria being submissive ni ile
not the Ugandan style that they do there. No, being submissive is the issues that we are discussing here. Like for instance, you kind of, you don't follow instructions there. For instance, today you come at this time simply because you come and tell me no, wajua kazini ilikuwa tumeshikika, knowing so well that you have a family, you have kids to take care of. Okay. Just because I come from work early doesn't mean that you should come late and tell me that kazi ilikuwa imenibana.
Okay. So kuchelewa ndio kukosa kwa submissive, ama?
Right? Lack of following instructions.
My God. And you guys partners. What do you mean sometimes?
When you're talking about being partners, we might be spoiling somebody's lady out there.
Yeah.
Manake.
Should be also in moderation. Okay, so what do you think?
Just tell them to be submissive.
I also don't understand submissive. Ujanipatia.
Okay, from your own understanding, what does submissive, from your own understanding, from what you gasped out from that, whatever was being said?
If you love your woman well enough, good enough, unanisikia, it's automatic. Yani unakuwa.
Kwa submission inakuja automatic.
Listen, saizi wewe ukijua God anakupenda. Like so unafundishwa God anakupenda.
Right.
Do you struggle to submit to God?
No, not really.
So you've got my.
We're talking
if
like.
If you love someone.
Tunaongelea hao wanawake wetu. Do you know this kind of ladies I'm talking about here?
Yes, I know. I'm one of them. So if you love me well enough, good enough, it's automatical. But unajua you guys want to ati nikisema lazima utende. Your word is.
Yeah.
Your word is so is submissive ya mwanamke. It's not because ametaka. It's because umelazimisha. Listen, unajua kwa submissive vile umependa. Like you've been loved good enough. Okay, birthday umeletwa flowers. Oh, we are spoiling. We are spoiling.
No, not really.
Okay. So you've been loved good enough. Unajua vile unapendanga like if you picture yourself,
right?
If to submit is just easy. It's easy. Yeah, you don't find hata kumfulia socks, kumfanyia nini, it's not hard for you. Yeah.
Right.
You'll find, unajua sasa ile mnasema lazima umtumie sijui inasikianga siku hizi ati anakula fare. My friend, ukipenda mwanamke vizuri hata fare atapata, credit ya kukupigia simu atapata, unanipata? Yes. So mwanamke kwa submissive depends with the man, how you treat her.
Right. It depends with the man, but who should start it off? No. We or them?
Men. In fact, kwanza umequote a very, nataka I think producer wako atafute hiyo verse vizuri. Men, love your wives just as Christ loved the church.
Okay.
Alafu women do next. Submit. Menpata? Yes. So it starts with the man. If you love your wife well enough,
right.
Submit is just.
Now, let's face it. We have women out there who are well off in terms of their career. They do stuff out there and they are modern. They have a family. They do the parenting thing. But to some extent, they are also tough-headed. Utasikia jamaa anakuambia kwamba bibi yangu anishinda. Now, for instance, take such a scenario. You meet a lady who doesn't even respect the husband simply because she feels she's nannied, she has a well-paying job. What can you say about that?
It's so unfortunate. Yeah, it's so unfortunate. I can't even. Siwezi atiitetea hiyo.
Right.
Yes, I think we should define roles za wanawake na roles za wanaume. Like basawa kama uko na kazi nzuri na nini, why do you need this man bas? Kama I don't think it's right. I think ifike a point kwamba you can be able to, ndio ile tusema we find balance.
Right.
Like I don't agree with that. Hata kama unalipwa vizuri, remember a man is the head, you just a helper. We should also define these roles. Lakini kama hiyo ndo reason ya kwamba tijua analipwa vizuri, hiyo it's going to fail.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
What can you advise on that in such a scenario?
I think you should run. Yes.
Mwanaume akimbie?
Kimbia. Yes, run. Yes. Hapo ulikuwa nataka nini? Because yeah, I know we have that weakness. Ukipata kapesa kidogo unataka kujiinua. Oh my God. Mungu atusaidie, yeah.
Right.
Yes. But I think kwa such scenario mwanaume should
run.
Yes. It will never work.
For once you've agreed with me.
Yes,
run.
for once.
And run very fast indeed. Right. And now let's come back to whatever you had said earlier, that in as much as we are approaching the general election, that is 2022, there has been calls here and there saying that women should come out and take up the positions. What is this drive all about?
No.
There's so much talking about women now take up positions. Why are you not saying men we should take up the positions?
It's automatic.
Why is this focus so much on the women's side?
Yes, because hata hiyo imagine katiba inasema third,
2/3 gender role, right?
Yes, inataka na iwe hivyo. Yani fine, imagine hatujaifikia hiyo. Hatujaifikia. Hata
nani hajafikisha hiyo? Si ni nyinyi wenyewe?
Ni wanaume wataki kupeana hizo spaces. Let me ask you, saizi mwanamke akisimama anataka president, ndio utapotea mwanamke?
Sera zake. Sera zake.
Wanasemanga Kenya bado tujafika hapo. We've had those discussions. But women, I'm urging all women, take positions. Yes, you can do it, take positions.
Right.
Yes.
Na
position utafikisha hiyo
na katika kutake up those position, it's not a big deal. Taking up those position is not a big deal. We've had women who have come out to stand up and take up the position, lakini wanasema kwamba adui ya mwanamke
mwenzake.
Please, what can you say about that now?
Yes, ni ukweli. Wanawake tupendane, sisi ndio tuna kura nyingi, tupendane. Wanawake tupendane.
Right.
We jaribu kutengeneza hiyo crown ya mwanamke mwenzako. Yes, tuache sasa wenyewe tuna compete amongst ourselves. Hiyo taifai. I mean, right. Okay, nikiona mwanamke mwenzangu ame nini na ana sera bora kunishinda, I'd rather support her.
Right.
Yes, tupendane. Yes, it's true. Wanawake, Mungu atusaidie tu. Wanawake tukiana, akivaa vizuri kukushinda ni kesi.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Somebody has just corrected you here.
Yes.
On text during on that verse. It's Ephesians chapter 5 verse 22 to 23, and it begins with wives. Chapter 22 verse 22 says, "Wives, submit yourselves to your own husband as you do to the Lord." And for the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body, of which he is the savior, blah blah blah. 25 says, "Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." Right. So you see which one comes first.
I know. I agree. But hamjakuwa exempted from that.
Right.
Hiyo basi imesema okay, wives, submit to your husband.
The whole idea was which one comes first.
Okay, sawa.
Right.
Okay, sawa. Hata mimi pia nimekubali correction.
Right.
But kunayo hapa.
Right.
Kunayo, but mwanaume, love your wife.
Good. Now let's speak about now our mothers. Of course, and the way they talk to the young women who are growing up concerning issues of getting marriage and engagement. And you'll hear women say, mothers now talking to their and say that mwanaume ni wa kuchungwa. Tafadhali hata kama uko na kazi yako, make sure you concentrate much on your family and the husband. Don't you think such teachings are quite good and they do help?
A lot. So I think vile tulisema mwanzoni, tarudia tu, we find balance. Let's find balance. Yani isiwe kwanza uko kwa career. Haya huko kwa poromoka. You know, career sometimes utafanya lakini haitakusaidia much. I think we need both. Unajua hata wewe ukiwa kwa career, you also need a woman by your side, you need kids, you need family. Uko kwa career because you want to nini. So I think mothers, hata mimi mtoto wangu msichana nitamweleza hivyo. Nitamwambia okay, find balance.
Right.
Yeah, ukiwa kwa career, remember kuna family.
Right.
But tuwezi kuwa tunafaitia tu career alafu tunaacha family nyuma. I think God ordained family. Unanielewa? So as much as uko kwa career, we also need to also
Right. And about the issue that concerns the talking up with the mothers, they should be clear enough and not hide things. They should speak it as it is, you know. Wajua shida wa mama wetu wa Kiafrika wengi, my mom also, she is an African, but I'll have to say this, huwa mengine wanayabana, hawataki kuwaeleza watoto wao, of which is bad, and it's supposed to kind of, they should speak boldly about it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Tumekuwa tukienda hiyo mambo ya counseling, nikwambia kwa watoto. Hakufundishwa na mama yake story na ngono, alijulia kwa simu. Yes,
right.
Google these things.
Right.
Wanajua. Excuse me. Wana watch.
Right.
The stuff. lakini I would rather wewe umwambie. Yeah.
Right. Of which it will help. Even the issues about teenage pregnancies that you speak boldly about as well, you're telling me. Zitakuwa zimepungua. Right. And on that note, we want to bring the show into a wrap. Thank you so much for your time. We do apologize for any hiccups, whatever that will cause. But remember, this kind of conversation, we find them right here every morning, starting from 7 a.m. till 9 a.m. It's now close to some minutes to 9 a.m. Thank you so much. Let's do this again tomorrow. Same time, same place. Have yourself a nice weekend, and goodbye.